You've probably seen this symbol before, on buildings, rings, or maybe a car bumper. It's a 5-pointed star with the points facing down, an altar in the middle, and different symbols in each triangle. But what does it actually mean? This is the emblem of the Order of the Eastern Star, a fraternal organization with more than 150 years of history. You often hear about it in the same breath as Freemasonry, and they are closely connected. But make no mistake, this is not Freemasonry. It's an organization for both women and men, with its own unique identity and purpose. So, what's the real story behind the Order of the Eastern Star? Is it a secret society, a religion, or something else entirely? In this video, we're going to peel back the layers, separate fact from fiction, and give you a full, respectful explanation of its history, the 5 points of its symbolic star, and the true purpose of this often misunderstood society. We'll look at where it came from, what its members believe in, and the incredible charitable work they're still doing today. The foundation. What is the Order of the Eastern Star? At its heart, the Order of the Eastern Star is a fraternal organization focused on service, and it's open to both men and women. The whole point is to create a community built on the principles of charity, truth, and loving kindness. It's actually one of the largest organizations of its kind in the world, with about 500,000 members and roughly 10,000 chapters across 18 countries. But before we go any further, let's clear up a few things it isn't. The Order of the Eastern Star is not a religion. While its lessons are drawn from biblical stories, it welcomes people of all faiths. The only spiritual requirement is a belief in a supreme being. It's also not a secret society. Like many similar groups, its meetings are private and for members only, but its mission and charitable work are very public. The connection to Freemasonry is a huge part of its identity. The order was founded by Dr. Rob Morris, a passionate master Mason who believed that the female relatives of Masons deserved their own fraternal group that shared the same high moral standards. Because of this, membership has always been tied to Freemasonry. To join, men need to be Master Masons, and women traditionally had to be a wife, daughter, mother, or sister of one. Over the years, however, the rules in many places have expanded to include members of Masonic youth groups like Job's Daughters and the International Order of Rainbow for Girls, and in some cases, even sponsored members. A journey through history. To really get the Eastern Star, we have to jump back to the middle of the 19th century. The founder, Dr. Rob Morris, was a lawyer, teacher, and a very influential Freemason who even served as the Grand Master of Kentucky. In 1850, while he was teaching in Mississippi, he was inspired to create a degree system for women. This was a time when women had very few chances for leadership or to be part of public organizations, and Morris saw an order that could give them a platform for service, moral leadership, and friendship. He carefully developed the rituals and teachings, basing them on the lives of 5 heroic women from the Bible. He called his original creation the Rosary of the Eastern Star. By 1855, he'd even set up a supreme constellation in New York to start new chapters. But the order really started to look like it does today in 1866. As Morris was getting ready for a long trip to the Holy Land, he passed his work to Robert McCoy. McCoy was also a Mason and a well-known publisher of fraternal materials. He revised the rituals, created a more organized structure for local chapters, and published the first official ritual book, which is largely the foundation for what's still used today. The organization took off. Just a decade later, in 1876, representatives from chapters across the country met in Indianapolis, Indiana, to form the General Grand Chapter. This national body was created to standardize the rituals and coordinate the work of chapters everywhere. Now, it's impossible to tell this story without also acknowledging the history of the Prince Hall Order of the Eastern Star. back in the 19th century, mainstream Freemasonry and its related groups, including the Eastern Star, were segregated, and black men and women were not allowed to join. In response, Prince Hall Freemasonry, which was created in the late 1700s for African American men, developed its own family of organizations. On December 1st, 1874, Queen Esther Chapter No. 1, the very first Prince Hall Order of the Eastern Star Chapter, was established in Washington, D.C. by Thornton Andrew Jackson. This created a parallel and independent path for black women to take part in the Eastern Star traditions, and it continues to thrive as a distinct and respected organization today. The symbols explained. The 5 points of the star. The most famous symbol of the order is its 5-pointed star. Now, you might see an inverted pentagram and associate it with negative or occult symbolism, and that's led to some major misunderstandings. But for the Order of the Eastern Star, this emblem has a totally different and deeply positive meaning. The star itself is inspired by the Star of Bethlehem, representing the light of God's guidance. The points face downward to symbolize virtues descending from heaven to earth. Each point of the star honors a biblical heroine and a virtue that members are inspired to live by. The stories of these 5 women are the bedrock of the order's moral teachings. The first point is blue and represents Ada, a figure from the Book of Judges. In the order's tradition, her story is one of respecting duty and the sacredness of a promise. Ada's lesson is the virtue of obedience to a binding vow. Her symbols are the sword and veil, representing the solemn sacrifice she was willing to make. The second point is yellow, dedicated to Ruth. The story from the Book of Ruth tells of a young widow who showed fierce loyalty by refusing to leave her mother-in-law Naomi. She chose to follow Naomi to a strange land, famously saying, "Where you go, I will go, and where you stay, I will stay." Her lesson is loyalty to family, friends, and your commitments. Her symbol is the sheaf of barley, representing the harvest she gathered and the reward for hard work. The third point of the star is white and represents Esther. As the Queen of Persia, Esther risked her own life to save her people from annihilation. Facing an impossible choice, she found the strength to approach the king without being summoned, an act that could have meant her death, and bravely pleaded for their survival. Her lesson is courage and loyalty to one's faith and people, even when facing extreme personal danger. Her symbols are the crown and scepter, which stand for royalty and power used for a good cause. The fourth point is green and represents Martha, the sister of Mary and Lazarus from the New Testament. When her brother Lazarus died, Martha was overcome with grief, but her conversation with Jesus showed an unshakable faith in his power and in the promise of resurrection. Her story teaches the virtue of faith and trust in God and the hope of eternal life, even in our darkest moments of loss. Her symbol is the broken column, representing the loss of a loved one and the fleeting nature of life on earth. Finally, the fifth point is red, representing Electa. The name Electa, meaning the elect lady, is found in the second epistle of John. She is seen as a mother who faced persecution for her Christian faith. Commanded to renounce her beliefs or see her children killed, she chose to hold fast to her principles. Her story teaches the virtues of charity and patient endurance in times of hardship. Her symbol is the cup, representing the mix of joys and sorrows in life that we all must accept with grace. Together, these 5 heroines and their stories provide a moral compass that guides the members of the Order of the Eastern Star in their daily lives. The organization today: charity, community, and fellowship. So what does the Order of the Eastern Star look like today? It's still a vibrant organization focused on its core values. The foundation is the local chapter, led by a worthy matron and a worthy patron. These chapters are part of state-level grand chapters. which all operate under the General Grand Chapter, with its international headquarters in the stunning Perry Belmont Mansion in Washington, D.C. The main focus of the modern order is charity. Members give their time and money to a huge range of philanthropic projects. One of the most important international projects is supporting service dog programs. Through fundraising and grants, the OES helps organizations that train and give service dogs to people who need them for more independence, including veterans with PTSD and children with autism. Many grand chapters have made it possible to provide multiple service dogs to families, completely changing their lives. Other major charitable efforts include funding for medical research, with a focus on areas like regenerative medicine, Alzheimer's, and cancer. Many chapters also offer scholarships, especially for students pursuing religious studies through the ESTARL Fund, which stands for Eastern Star Training Awards for religious leadership. The organization also provides major support to Masonic youth groups like the International Order of Rainbow for girls, Job's Daughters International, and the Order of Damale for boys, viewing them as the next generation of leaders. Beyond these big projects, local chapters are deeply involved in their own towns, running food drives, supporting shelters, and offering help to both members and non-members in times of need. It's this blend of global effort and local action that truly defines their mission. And through it all, fellowship remains a cornerstone, with chapters offering a powerful social and support network for their members. So in conclusion, from Dr. Rob Morris's visionary idea to its modern-day status as a major international charitable organization, the Order of the Eastern Star has a rich and inspiring history. It's a world away from the mysterious cult it's sometimes made out to be. Instead, it's a society of women and men committed to the principles of charity, truth, and loving kindness. Its symbolism, built around 5 heroic women of the Bible, isn't a collection of secrets, but a guide for living a better life, a call to be loyal like Ruth, courageous like Esther, faithful like Martha, and charitable like Electa. While its roots are in Masonic tradition, it has stood for over 150 years as its own distinct organization that has created a space for women's leadership and service. Through its incredible charity work, from funding service dogs to advancing medical research, the Order of the Eastern Star continues to make a quiet but powerful impact on communities all over the world. If you've enjoyed this video and want to see more that explore the history and meaning behind fraternal organizations, please give this video a like and subscribe to our channel. If you have any questions or personal experiences with the Order of the Eastern Star, feel free to share them respectfully in the comments below. Thanks for watching.